This is Kate Baconsale. You're listening to Baconsale.
I'm really sorry, Annie, Cindy, Debbie, Lana, Stevie, Natalie, Nikki, Carrie, Patty, Tony, Sarah, Paula, and Donna. You were so close to making the cut. But if you don't give your last names, no one really knows who you are. If you're not the diva, then you better leave her. Why'd I say better like that?
Better leave her.
Better leave her?
Better leave her.
I'm so sorry, everyone.
That was special.
Wow.
That was special. And welcome to Baconsale. I'm Joel.
I'm Kent.
And I'm Zack.
We'd like to thank you for listening to our last episode, our trilogy tiering part 3.
Yeah,
that was
it.
hard to say.
Right.
Trilogy tiering part 3.
Which, I mean, was the end. Unless there's an unnecessary fourth movie or reboot down the road.
Can I give us a pat on the back? We did 3 themed episodes of a trilogy
in the same year,
the same
too.
season.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. Good job, everybody.
We actually really tried.
We did.
Musicals part 2 coming never.
I watched them all 2 years ago.
But thank you for everyone who commented, including Abe Yosby, who says, I agree with Kent. What a weird take.
Oh,
but
okay. Wow,
The
thank
Lost
you.
World Jurassic Park is really a decent film, and it gets far too much undeserved hate.
Lovely.
I may need to give it a rewatch.
I
Yeah,
think
people were
it's time.
kind of upset with you, I think, on that one.
There was
you're too
lots.
harsh.
No, because remember I raised it, and they were like, "It's a good thing Joel did that."
Okay.
I
Okay.
slashed his tires.
I was going to be mad, but you made it a little bit higher, and I'm less mad.
Yeah.
Karen Robinson says, all I want to say is, Cars 2 is the worst.
Wow.
Thanks for letting me get out off my chest.
Wait, worse than 2?
How can you possibly say that when Cars 2 exists? Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, follow up
Go
your
back,
comment.
go to your comment. Follow up.
Explanation. We want to hear it.
Because I disagree, but I'm open to whatever you have to say, which is fine. We're allowed to do that. And then finally, Steve Hansen says, the steviest episode of all time. This episode is Steve approved by Steve.
Thieves of Steves.
Steve! I'm over here just like, Steve Holt.
Yeah, Steve Holt.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's not what we're talking about today. And before we talk about what we're going to talk about today,
What?
we want to remind you that Baconsale Night at Quick Wits is this Friday, November 15th at 7:30 p.m. at the studio at Parker Theater. Hey, where's that? It's at 3601 South State Street in South Salt Lake, Utah.
So don't go to the same place if you came last year or the year before.
We're not at the Midville Performing Arts Center for this performance. We're at the studio at the Parker Theater. And if you go online to qwcomedy.com, use the code QUICKBACON to purchase tickets for this Baconsale Night Quick Wits to get 50% off your tickets. But also, I need to remind you that seats are limited.
Yeah.
And so it's probably best to purchase your tickets online to guarantee you're going to get a seat if you want to come to see us. Because it's just going to be us. We're going to be there.
Yeah.
I'm going to be on stage performing. We may pull Zack and Kent up again.
Indeed. Hate it.
After what they did last year. I'm not so sure, but we'll see. But yes, it should be a fun night. It's always a good time, and we love making you laugh and love being able to let you see a fun improv show.
Indeed.
So, yeah. But that's not what we're talking about today. What are we talking about today, Zack?
Officially.
Yeah.
Officially, we're talking about
Officially.
We're talking about divas.
Divas.
Oh,
That was my whistle register.
nope, not happening higher on the show.
Yes, no, we are talking about divas today. Now, if you don't know what a diva is, Kent gave a great list.
Oh, I thought you were just going to call me a diva.
Kent
real
is
quick.
the diva.
If you don't know,
Baconsale.
Kent.
Yeah.
No, a diva is actually the Latin word for goddess.
Oh, I
Yes,
love
it's
it.
a goddess.
Okay.
But it has often been used to refer to a celebrated woman of outstanding talent in the world of opera, theater, cinema, fashion, and popular music. It can also refer to someone in show business who has a reputation for being temperamental or demanding.
Yeah.
So, it can be a positive thing or it can be a negative thing. There's also a divo, which is the male equivalent of a diva.
Which maybe we're doing that show.
Maybe we'll see how this one goes.
Okay.
But this term has been around since the early 19th century after an increase of female leading sopranos who, quote, almost became goddess-like in the eyes of their adoring public.
It's not a derogatory term. Right, because sometimes
It
they'll be like,
can be.
they're so high maintenance, such a diva, right?
It certainly can be, again, depending on your definition.
Yes.
There's lots of...
But diva
go-
is
go
like an
in
icon,
different
right?
ways.
Because kind of the joke with the intro and what we're going to go with here, and if you're looking at the bracket right now,
which you can find at baconsale.com.
Thank you very much.
Download it and play along with your friends.
these are household names for the most part. Maybe one or two that you're like, I don't know who that is. We'll explain. But generally, you know them by one name.
Yes, that seemed to be a criteria we were using because some of them were like, well, for example, we said Paula.
Yeah.
And one of us went, I was absolutely going into the research like, yes, Paula Cole.
Where have all the
person
Cowboys
I've
gone?
never heard of before.
Yeah, nor has anyone else. There we go.
I know
don't know
that
why.
song.
But definitely Paula Abdul.
But then Paula Abdul, I was like, oh, of course.
But she missed the cut.
She did miss the cut because it was a she's not a one namer. That's what it comes down to. And also, if you don't know who any of these people are, we did create a Baconsale Diva sampler platter. It's on our Spotify. We'll post a link for that as well.
Yeah, a
on
little
social
variety.
media. So you can actually go through and hear the songs. You're like, who's that person? You hear the song. Oh, that's who it is. But for the most part, you probably should know who all these people are.
Yeah.
Because they're household names.
It's 50, 60 years of popular music.
Yeah.
So
Yes. So we have them in bracket form, and we're going to decide.
all in one show. All in one show,
All in
by
one
the
show.
way.
This is all, yeah, 30.
So we're starting 32 down
Yeah.
to 1.
And we're basing this on 33% original impact, 33% longevity, and 34% personal taste.
It gets a little skewed.
It
around there
does. I think there's also like 2% diva-ness, which has to be included.
2%?
Sure.
Okay.
It's
Like
it's a
60%.
tipping factor.
But let's begin.
Well, our first matchup pits Madonna.
I see you standing there. Na, na, na. That's like a prayer. It's like a prayer. Don't worry about it.
That was like a prayer.
I hear you
Call my name.
Okay,
a good
and
song.
Liza Minnelli.
Start spreading the news.
Lucille too? What?
Yeah, exactly.
Ah.
Whoa, mind twins.
I know.
Fun fact, Madonna, do you guys know her full name? I'm going to give full names here.
No, go for it.
Oh,
Madonna Louise Ciccone.
Oh, okay.
I would shorten that too.
That's
And
really easy.
Liza Minnelli, Liza May Minnelli.
So we generally go over like facts, like how many albums they sold or something, but sometimes there's just an easy out. And I'm going to say there's an easy out this first round. And so we're going to give Death Rattle facts for
About
Liza
Liza
Minnelli.
Minnelli.
Just like that, because she is
She's
like one
an
of the
icon.
original modern divas.
Yeah, she is. And in fact, she's the one that kind of stands outside of most on this list. But because of her presence and who she's been in Hollywood, she is a diva.
We should clarify, we did seed these according to album sales.
Yeah.
Like record sales and album sales, like success in that regard. And she was definitely on the outs in that. But she felt like she belonged on a diva bracket.
She has an EGOT, which is...
She has a non-competitive EGOT.
Still, it counts.
That means she kind of just got some honorary awards, like an honorary Grammy. And it's like, okay, that counts.
Yeah, nominated for 5 Tonys. She's won 4 of them. She's an actress, singer, and dancer. She's a Knight of the French Legion. Yeah. And also, she got the first Grammy Legend Award in 1990.
She's the daughter of Judy Garland. Like Dorothy from Wizard of Oz. This is her daughter. I don't really see the appeal of Liza Minnelli, to be honest.
Not even with like, she was kind of like a walking meme for a long time, right? She got married a whole bunch of times to weird people. And then she's in Arrested Development. So our generation like loves her
What
for
about
that.
Arthur, guys?
I don't like Arthur.
What?
Yeah.
What about Arthur too? Back in the Heather.
No, but this definitely goes to Madonna. She's going to take this round. I mean, she's our number 1 seed here for one, but she is also known as the Queen of Pop. So there you go.
By the way, there's a lot of
diva
Queen
status.
names in here.
There is.
Get ready
I'll
for
get
it.
into that. Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us, Liza. Madonna moves on.
Life is a mystery.
Next, we have Dolly Parton.
Jolene.
Not even planned.
That was
worked out
really
good.
like exactly the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
This is not going to be the same.
Let's see if we can do it.
Janet Jackson.
We are a part of the
Rhythm Nation. We got there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Dolly Rebecca Parton, Janet Jackson, Janet Demita Joe Jackson.
This is a first rounder?
Yeah.
Guys, we say this every time. This bracket's going to hurt.
Oh,
it is.
yes.
It is.
And hey, 3 white guys podcasting about divas.
Janet
We'll get there.
Jackson
We did boy bands not too long ago.
Yeah.
Janet Jackson was like the biggest thing on the charts when I was born.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
do you still have like, is there a fondness? Do you have like any sort of like appreciation for her?
yeah. I think it's a very specific sound of the Janet Jackson that I know. With that, you know the sound. It's the late 80s, early 90s. Bam! Like that happens a lot in Rhythm Nation.
They say that the
You know the sound.
choreography and the sound of her music was a catalyst for MTV at the time. Like kind of helped MTV really blow up because people loved her music videos.
What I like about her is, I mean, obviously you could say, oh, it's nepotism. She's a Jackson. She's the youngest Jackson.
She's the 10th kid.
But she has
the youngest
made
Jackson.
a great career for herself, whereas really none of the other Jacksons have outside of one. So
which one?
Yeah, I know. We're Tito, actually.
Oh.
Tito, he's a big deal.
He is.
So I would say like her talent stands on its own. She is known for like breaking gender and racial barriers for MTV and the music scene in large. And then you have Dolly Parton.
And Dolly Parton is one where she was a songwriter when she first started. Like that, she wrote songs for other people and decided, no, I'm going to do this myself. And so she started in the 60s and started becoming her own person. And she became like a personality. Like she was Dolly Parton. And I think she has so much talent, and I think people don't give her as much credit as they should.
I feel like there's a few country artists here on this bracket that may not get the total limelight because they're so heavily on the country charts, which don't totally reach to the Hot 100, that they have fewer number one hits. For example, Dolly has 2 number one hits.
That's it?
Whereas Janet has 10 number one hits.
Wow.
I know.
But Parton has received...
hip hop and R&B play better on the charts.
But that's only part of it, right? Because you can go with like I Will Always Love You, which is one of the biggest selling singles of all time.
Her version.
Her version too. It was huge. It wasn't quite the Whitney Houston one, but it was huge.
Dolly Parton has received 11 Grammy Awards and 50 nominations, whereas Janet Jackson has only received 5 Grammy Awards.
How many Grammy Awards did Janet Jackson get for covering Collective Soul?
She did?
How many did she get?
What did she cover for Collective Soul?
How many did Janet
0.
Jackson get? 0. How many did Dolly get? 1.
Oh,
Oh, I see what you did
so
there.
confusing me.
So this is hard. I'm almost wanting to give it to Dolly, but it feels wrong to get rid of Janet so fast.
I will give it to Dolly.
Okay.
Because, and it's just my personal preference kicking in here.
Okay.
I was listening to a lot of Dolly Parton songs, and I listened to a lot of Janet Jackson songs, and I definitely knew more Dolly Parton songs, and
You
enjoyed
did?
them more. Yeah. It was surprising.
I don't know if I do.
Surprisingly, like we get I Will Always Love You, Jolene, Coat of Many Colors, 9 to 5,
yeah.
Islands in the Stream.
Right.
And then I was listening to Janet Jackson, and I was like, I know Rhythm Nation, I know Nasty, I know...
All for You?
Yeah. It's this thing is like I kept listening to it. I'm like, oh yeah, this is the one I kind of know, but like with Dolly Parton, I was there, so I'm looking at also diva status of just like Dolly Parton is a powerhouse.
They both have about the same amount of record sales.
She owns the Dollywood Company. She owns water parks in Dollywood. Like, is there Janet Wood? Is there Janet Jackson Wood?
There sure isn't.
No, there's Dollywood.
Yeah, what other diva has her own
status.
theme park?
Her own theme park. If that is not diva, I don't know what it is.
Merriam-Webster's dictionary defines diva as a usually glamorous or successful female performer or personality.
Are you starting a church talk?
Yes, I am. That's the same joke I made earlier today. Here's the thing. I mean, is there a bigger like when you think glamour in female singers, like Dolly Parton is this big showy thing. Janet Jackson felt like she was the lead of a dance troupe so often, as opposed to being the thing. She was like, no, she's just our captain. She's the team captain. But Dolly is like, I own the team. I have to go Dolly Parton here.
Yeah, it's a clean
Whoa.
sweep.
Man, I didn't expect that.
Thank you for being here, Janet. You are awesome. Thank you for the Rhythm Nation. Dolly Parton, you move on.
Jolene, 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 Jolene.
It's like they're all in the room with us.
I know.
Right?
I know. I feel guilty.
Bye. Talk to him.
Well,
Sorry,
that's one
guys.
thing. As I was doing the research, I was so impressed by so many of their careers and what they've been able to accomplish. I was like, holy cow, they had a really big impact.
I have to say, before we go on to the next matchup, I was listening to the playlist of the barbershop, and I was like air singing to about half of these very dramatically.
Yeah.
And I went, I like this playlist way more than I should. It's quite fun. Oh, next up we have Britney Spears.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Bam, bam.
Thanks, guys.
And Alicia Keys.
No one.
Making pancakes, making bacon pancakes.
I'm just going to read names if they're unusual because, for example, I didn't know her last name wasn't Keys.
Oh.
Her
Wait, what
actual
is it?
name is Alicia Agello Cook.
Oh, that's so boring.
Yeah. But she named herself
Away.
Alicia Keys, most likely because she was a classically trained pianist.
Okay.
She started composing songs when she was 12 years old.
So they have about the same amount of number one hits. Britney has 5 number one hits, and Alicia Keys has 4.
Respect her. Britney Spears is the princess of pop.
Yes, indeed. Britney Spears has far more Hot 100 songs at 36 compared to 5. Alicia Keys is kind of like, she hit so big at the time. She did sell 90 million records, which is huge. Britney Spears has over 150 million. And I think is considered the best-selling female artist of the 2000s, of that decade.
It makes sense.
It's just hard to say, though, because it's like there's success, but it's like who has more swagger, right?
Yeah,
like
well,
who has that?
This clearly isn't a battle of talent, because if it was, I think this is far and away Alicia
Keys.
She's a fantastic singer. She's a brilliant piano player. I get all that. But can you picture Alicia Keys being like a Vegas headliner?
I think Alicia Keys actually shirks away from the limelight.
Yeah.
Sure.
I say
Like she doesn't care about it as much. Whereas Britney Spears, she was removed from the limelight because she was the most paparazzi'd, reported on star I think we've ever had in pop music.
Very possibly.
I mean, nobody is shaving their head
And the thing is,
Alicia Keys
the
camp.
public was so like, oh, I want to see the downfall. I want to see the redemption.
Nobody's
of Britney
going on
Spears.
YouTube and saying leave Alicia alone.
Yeah.
Nobody's
hashtag
free Alicia. I mean, Britney Spears, for whatever reason, I don't even think she's a person anymore. I think she is just a persona. I think she's just an idea in people's heads. And then they're like,
Probably.
free Britney. And then, she's air quotes free now. And it's like, oh, put her back.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Squibbling with knives. Ooh.
So the question is, who is the more
Man, like,
which diva moves
it's
on?
funny, like Alicia Keys' music, it sometimes bores me, but you can sense the talent there.
No, she's definitely got talent. Like I remember
Right.
Empire State of Mind.
Yeah, it's
one
so
of those
fun.
songs. First time I heard it, I'm like, this is really good.
Whereas,
even though
like,
I'm not like a huge New York City
Womanizer,
fan.
You Drive Me Crazy, Toxic, Baby One More Time,
Oh,
Britney
it's
Spears.
pop. It's pop versus substance. It's
Yeah.
popcorn versus like a meal. But it's a question of, I don't know, who do you guys like more?
Is hard because I'm not the biggest Britney Spears fan, but I do think for what Britney
You
Spears
were at some
has,
time in your
yeah,
life.
I was. I think what Britney Spears has done for music itself and for the persona of a pop star, I think Britney Spears is the bigger diva of the two.
I agree. I vote Britney Spears.
I'm strictly basing this on the movies they appeared in, and
Oh, no.
Crossroads and Smoking Aces. And I got to go with Crossroads. Britney Spears gets one.
I get it.
Wow.
I get
You're
it.
gonna stand by that.
For now.
So, by the way, when I was looking, I'm like, oh, they're kind of a triple threat. It's like singer, songwriter, actress. And I'm like, not an actress.
Almost
Come on.
almost all of these
They tried.
divas were, they either they were actresses who then became musicians or musicians who then tried to become actresses.
Yeah, tried.
Yeah.
Some successfully.
And some of their careers were completely tanked by bad movies that they made, which I thought was interesting.
Well, Britney Spears wins. Oh, wow. Speaking of people in movies, we've got Barbara Streisand.
You don't bring me flowers anymore.
Sorry.
That's where you went?
Yeah.
I was about to go Barbara Streisand. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The Just Dance song? No.
Nope.
Jingle bells, jingle. Yeah.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle,
jingle,
jingle, jingle, jingle.
So what movie soundtrack was that from?
I just had the album.
Yeah.
That was America from West
My
Side
friend's
Story.
mom had
It
the
was
album.
West Side Story.
I love that version of Jingle Bells. And I guess there's someone else here too. Ariana Grande.
Thank you. Next.
That's what you got.
Yeah.
No, seriously, guys.
Guys.
Oh,
blanking on?
okay. So I was looking here at the hits, and it's got The Way, Problem, Break Free, Seven Rings, Problem again. Apparently, I wrote that down twice.
Sing one of them, Joel.
Well, then I saw Bang Bang and
is that her?
Part of it.
She's part of that, and that's the only one here that I can name, unless she sang Fastballs the Way. Did she sing that?
No. Well, no.
Okay.
Fastball.
But Ariana Grande does have a 4-octave vocal range and can do the whistle register as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 2 different voices that she throws out sometimes.
Yeah.
But here's the thing about Ariana Grande, guys. I know, like, we're the wrong audience because she has 86 Hot 100 singles.
That is insane.
86. Like, does she just release every song on an album to become a single? And then that translated to 9 #1 hits. Whereas you have Barbara Streisand, granted, she started with Broadway. And then it was movies. She has 33 albums altogether.
36.
I finally remembered one. Something about you makes me feel like a dangerous woman.
Was that Barbara Streisand?
Yep.
Oh, okay, still no. No, with Ariana Grande, who's, by the way, her real name is Ariana Grande Butera.
Oh, it's not Venti.
No.
Okay.
No.
Butera?
Butera. It's a hyphenated last name. Looking at these two, this is such an odd matchup because I'm trying not to bring my legacy bias into this.
Yes, you are.
Because I know we're going to get trashed by people who have recency bias, where it's like, this person's popular right now, therefore they're the best. And it's like, will people still be talking about Ariana Grande here in 30
Arguably,
years?
she is an actress that's lasted. She was in 2 Disney Channel or Nickelodeon shows, and then is going to be in Wicked. We'll see how that turns out.
Right.
So she is like a verified actress.
Well, I think the other thing too is we can't sit here and name her songs, but we all know about her. We all know
do.
what she looks
As a
like, what she
persona.
sounds like, because
And she has the air of diva about her.
well, and you talk about her and you're like, oh, I love when she goes on Fallon and does impressions, right? Like
she
is
did an amazing Jennifer Coolidge.
so she's like a big personality where even though we don't know her music, we know a lot about her. That says a lot about divaness.
but also, we know a lot about Barbara Streisand.
I mean,
who was one
for
of
better,
best,
for worse.
She won a Best Actress for Funny Girl.
But
so
seriously,
like that's a triple threat right
I'm
there.
putting this out there in the airwaves, in the permanence of the internet, because I really do have a legitimate question. Barbara Streisand started being popular in the 60s.
Sure.
So here we are 60 years later,
Yeah.
still talking about Barbara Streisand.
Yeah.
Will we still be talking about Ariana Grande in 60 years? I don't think so.
I mean, since there's no way of knowing, you must be right.
60 years from now, someone comment on this post.
Joel's crystal ball.
On whatever Facebook has become, comment on this post.
No, I think that there's a possibility because she hits at the level of a generation that's forthcoming, not a generation that's dying off sooner, right?
True.
She's not for us, obviously.
Does it hurt that she's so poppy? That Ariana Grande is so poppy.
Did it hurt Britney?
I think Britney had a dark age, which kind of turns you into more of a
She went
diva.
brunette?
Yeah, that too.
I think,
or bald.
I think Ariana Grande is the Mariah Carey of her generation.
Oh,
I don't know. Like in the Ariana Grande thing, we'll see if she ends up venturing into acting. That seems to be a way.
She already has.
Well,
Wicked is a giant movie.
that's true. It hasn't come out yet. We're dating this episode.
where's Joel's crystal ball again?
Yeah.
That's why I just said is.
Yeah. But I do feel like Barbra Streisand had such a big impact because she was that triple threat. She was the stage performer, she was the singer, she was the actress.
You don't know, listener, there's so much T-Rex dinosaur hand on the
Put her
table.
hand on the
Zach,
table
you're
here.
going to go for Ariana Grande.
I love What's Up Doc way too much to vote.
do?
To vote for
What? I don't like Barbra Streisand
That is
much.
legitimately, I will put this on record, that is legitimately the only movie in which Barbra Streisand is like kind of hot. Like she's quite good looking.
Should I watch this movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's a classic.
Okay.
It's fine.
It's fun. Go watch What's Up Doc. No,
Except for except for our Barbra Streisand show.
I would do it. Barbra Streisand has a prolific output of music. She was just constantly putting out like sometimes twice a year, putting out album after album after album, recording everything from Broadway to standards to pop to just soft rock, like all or soft hits rather. Like she's just been so much. And yes, there's the legacy thing, but even to the point, let's say the points in their careers, Ariana Grande is so much about the image and is also putting out some stuff. I feel like Barbra Streisand was like, I don't know, a lot of both. She's a big personality.
She is the 6th most followed individual on Instagram.
What?
Ariana Grande.
Okay.
Oh, there's Barbra Streisand.
No.
So this one was legitimately tough for me. It's
it is
not
tough.
as clear cut.
We can tell because we spent way too much time on this.
I'm going to vote Babs.
Okay.
Barbra Streisand.
Joel?
I'm for Barbra Streisand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to do a pity vote to Ariana Grande then.
Oh, you just want to get the people not mad at you
Yep,
on Instagram.
true story.
Barbra Streisand moves on.
Can it be that it was all so simple then?
Now, this is one of my final
Wow.
matchup possibilities here, okay? This is one of the toughest for me. Whitney Houston.
I want to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat
With somebody.
And Kelly Clarkson.
Since you've been gone.
Good job, Joel.
I can't read.
Wait, so just to back it up, Whitney Houston versus Kelly Clarkson. And this is hurting your heart, Zach.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. You
I'm
really
a
like
loyal.
Kelly Clarkson.
I really like Kelly Clarkson.
So Whitney Houston with hits like I Will Always Love You, How Will I Know, Greatest Love of All, I Want to Dance with Somebody. And Kelly Clarkson with such hits as A Moment Like This, Miss Independent, Since You've Been Gone, Because of You. My life would suck without you. Which I still
And, you
think is
know,
one of the funniest song titles.
And what
It's a
you've
good
just-
song, though.
And what you've just
It is.
mentioned is a list of songs that are, 14 years old? 15, 16 years old.
Yeah.
Right? Like a lot of her big, maybe charting hits or the things that she's well known for came out right after American Idol.
If I may. She was the first winner on American Idol. And it was back when I watched American Idol. First season of American Idol, she was there, she won, and she sings A Moment Like This.
Yeah.
I got emotional.
Sure.
It was a beautiful moment of seeing someone like, a moment like this. Some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this.
I think she's the face of early reality TV.
Yeah.
Like that. I mean, that wasn't like the first era.
You can go from Justin to Kelly if you wanted to.
But then she tried to be an actress, and now she's a TV personality. She has her own show. I don't know if you guys knew this.
I did.
It's been going
I
for
know
5
about the
years.
show, and that's why I was kind of calling out. Like you mentioned, a lot of like her radio and charting hits were right after American Idol. Which, let's just say, the goal of American Idol was to search America to find the best singer, and they literally accomplished their goal in season one. It never got better. There is nobody who has ever won a reality TV show who is better than Kelly Clarkson. She's
Wow.
far and away. And I'm looking at you, Carrie Underwood. You're amazing, but
I also think
I was a
Kelly.
Bo Bice guy anyway. So
Yeah.
I also, it's interesting that Kelly Clarkson has gone on to be a host on The Voice, which is a singing competition show. Whereas
Kind of a full circle deal.
Whitney Houston is known as The Voice.
Sure. But
I like that a lot.
To Kelly Clarkson, that this is the thing that's happening. She's not necessarily releasing songs so much, although she is responsible for probably the best modern Christmas song. The one that-
Underneath the Tree.
Which it's the newest one that's actually stuck. It'll be around in the rotation of Christmas.
It's basically All I Want for Christmas Eve by Mariah Carey, and then this one.
a little bit more palatable
Underneath the Tree.
version of that. They're the same song if you think about it.
Yeah.
I Want You Under the Tree.
I think Kelly Clarkson is so affable, right? Like I want to be her neighbor, but I don't think she's like a diva. I think that hurts her case.
But the point that I was trying to get at with Kelly Clarkson is because of her show. I know all about her show because at the end of her show, she'll sing songs. And what she does is she covers all sorts of songs, but
She
a lot
sings
of
at the end of
modern
every
songs.
episode- every one of her
I don't
shows?
think every episode, but often.
Okay.
But people need to start putting clauses in their contract that she's not allowed to do this because every single time she sings a modern pop song, she's better. She
still has it.
At her show. Just with her band singing these songs, look it up. Every single song is better than the original.
But are we
She
talking
is
about
so
her because she's not
amazing.
moving on?
yeah.
It's Whitney Houston.
Oh,
It's
man.
Whitney Houston. I love Kelly Clarkson, but it's Whitney Houston.
I want to
man.
give her due as well because I think she's an amazing singer, and I think she's actually got a very nice personality.
And as a millennial, Kelly Clarkson is like a lot to me. Okay,
Yeah.
she's a big deal.
But Whitney Houston is the winner.
Behind
here.
these hazel eyes,
Call it, Zach.
Whitney Houston wins.
I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadows.
Oh no, it gets worse. Now we have Cher.
You could believe love after love after love after love.
We didn't echo, guys. We didn't echo.
And Shania Twain.
Man, I feel like a woman.
Let's
That's a little more twangy than normal.
go,
Let's go,
boys.
girls.
So we got Cher with Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves.
Gypsies, Tramps, and
I found someone, if I could turn back time, the Shoop Shoop
I think
song.
it's pronounced Tom.
Oh. And we got Shania Twain with Any Man of Mine, You're Still the One from this moment on. That don't impress me much.
Dang it! I love this.
With Shania being in the country realm, she doesn't actually have any Hot 100 #1 songs that I saw.
Not even Man, I Feel Like a Woman.
No, that one
That
got
was everywhere on
number
B98.7 in
number
the 90s.
23 on the Hot 100.
That's it.
You're Still the One got number 2, so super close. She does have 18 songs in the Hot 100. Cher only has a couple. She has 4 #1 songs.
Hey, fellas, do you guys know Cher's full name?
No. Cheryl Lancaster, Zendaya Coleman Smith.
How'd you get that?
I know. It's a guess.
No, it's Sherilyn Sarkeesian.
Oh, okay.
Sherilyn Sarkeesian.
Like the coach at
Sarkeesian.
Texas?
Yeah,
Former BYU?
Sarkiisan. And then Shania Twain, also not a real name. Her real name is Eileen Regina Edwards.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm glad
Sounds very
By the way,
diva-like to me.
Their titles for Cher, she's the goddess of pop, and Shania Twain is the queen of country pop.
Yep.
Getting very specific, people.
No, Cher got her start. She was part of a folk group called Sonny and Cher, with her husband at the time, Sonny Bono.
Yes.
And then Shania Twain, she got her start. Well, she was writing songs like as a kid, like a young songwriter, and then ended up getting a record deal. So
Yeah, and on the box.
Yeah.
There's a box reference for you, Zach.
The box. Always the box.
the time when I thought Shania Twain was absolutely the most beautiful woman in the world, fact. That's what
Yeah.
I thought at the time.
She's
I apparently think this as well and did not know it, which was discovered. A little while ago, I was under the influence of certain medical
Hello.
drugs.
Don't listen, kids.
Don't
Yes.
take medical advice from Baconsale.
It was from a doctor. We're fine. I was a little loopy.
Yeah.
And I apparently said to my wife, Lady Gaga is pretty, but she's no Shania Twain.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow. You were in a mood.
I don't know.
Apparently.
I don't know where any of that came from, but apparently that's what I think in the old subconscious.
So still Shania Twain. She's still the one.
apparently.
As far as I can tell, okay, so Cher, she has a Grammy Award, an Emmy Award, an Academy Award, and she's also in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Shania Twain has 5 Grammy Awards, and then she's also on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
For me, I think Shania Twain is able to bring people into country music, right? At the time, I hated country music, but I wanted to watch her videos.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, I really like this song.
Whereas Cher, the song "If I Could Turn Back Time" is like one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
I liked it until Deadpool came out.
I don't like that music
yeah.
video.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
watch
I hear that.
The music video is her walking on the boat
Yep.
with, missing parts of her clothing.
Yeah, I understand.
And
Just don't watch music videos.
no.
Easy.
Yeah.
I do think Cher is similar to Barbara Streisand. She has like the
Barbra Streisand.
quadruple threat
No, still
going
no?
for her.
Okay.
Never.
No. But I'm going to give it to Cher on this one. I think she is a classic diva.
So I think that Shania Twain presents a lot more of the pop hits that I would like to listen to.
Yeah.
I like to ironically sing out and loudly to Shania Twain songs. But when we talk about diva, Like when I think so much of that comes down to stage presence as well.
Oh yeah.
Cher is a legend.
I mean, she's not a dancer, but costuming,
just the showmanship that she displays is.
She invented the Cher effect, which is the severe auto. Well, I shouldn't say she invented it. She popularized it with Believe, where it became that really auto-tuned voice, and that became the Cher effect. That's what they call it.
Auto-tune, but for the record, auto-tune good, pitch correction bad. I'm fine with auto-tune because it's a creative choice, but I have to go with Cher, but I want to listen to Shania Twain.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Tough.
Then I guess I have to go with
Oh, stop.
Pity vote to Shania Twain.
Okay.
Cher, well, Cher,
I was debating which way to go, but I can see your votes, but I'm going to go with Shania Twain on this one.
I'm not mad. And Cher wins.
Holy.
Okay, we've got Adele. Well, good luck. What choice are you going to sing?
Could have had it.
Rolling in the deep.
Rolling in the deep.
Cause I gotta fall. Rolling in the deep.
Why did I get the falsetto?
I know, you go
Why
for
did
it.
I get the falsetto?
Versus Tina Turner.
Big wheel keep on turning. Barberry keep on burning.
Rolling, 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 rolling
on a river. I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know. I don't know if on the history of Baconsale we've ever talked about What's Love Got to Do with It.
Ever? What?
I don't know if we ever have. Twice this season already. But it's a fantastic song. I just wanted to go something different.
I'm about to blow your minds.
Blow it.
Each of these women only have one number one hit.
No way.
Adele and Tina Turner. Tina Turner's was What's Love Got to Do with It, obviously.
Hey.
And Adele's is Easy on Me.
By the way, Adele's full name?
Isn't that crazy?
Adele Laurie Blue Adkins.
Okay.
Tina Turner's real name is Anna Mae Bullock.
Oh, wow.
Anime?
Anna Mae Bullock.
Anna May.
I like anime.
In fact, I think
Anime
we-
Block.
Anna May.
Anyone want to come over watching Anime Block with me?
Never in my life.
I think that when Tina Turner started performing, she actually went by Little Ann, I think it was.
Okay.
No. She got her start with her future husband, Ike, in a band called the Kings of Rhythm. Whereas Adele, she actually graduated from the Brit School in 2006, which is like a musical and arts and performing school. And so she decided to deal with a record right after that.
Yeah, 19, which is how old she was. She got an early start there.
She did.
Tina Turner is the queen of rock and roll.
That's what she's called.
Yeah.
You keeping track of all these queens and princesses, Zach?
I know, right?
No.
Adele has sold more albums with 120 million, whereas Tina Turner sold just over 100 million from what I'm seeing. 12 Grammys for... This is really close, guys.
This is.
12 Grammys for Tina Turner and 16 for Adele.
Which is weird considering how long Tina Turner was around versus how long Adele has been around. It's weird to me. And,
Yeah.
and Tina Turner is known...
We just did the wipe forehead thing.
Forehead
Yeah.
wipe.
So,
Okay.
Video coming.
But Tina Turner, the thing that also they talk about is that she, in a terrible relationship, and then ended up kind of, her career bottomed out when the group broke up and everything. But then she had this amazing comeback in the 80s where she was like the it girl.
Relevant in many decades.
Yes, many decades.
Okay. I'm going to say it helps your case.
Both have done James Bond songs.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It helps your case unless you're
Some better
Alicia
than
Keys to do a James Bond song.
I like
Because
that song.
You become a diva. You like that song.
What?
Matter.
Oh. Get out.
Save for our James Bond song. Oh, wait, we did that.
So you have Tina Turner with GoldenEye and Adele with Skyfall.
GoldenEye.
I think GoldenEye
Skyfall.
is more of a diva-based song.
GoldenEye?
Yeah. I think it's more Shirley Bassey-esque.
So you're voting for Tina Turner.
I don't know, Joel. This is like a final matchup for me.
I think that bringing maybe a little bit of personality into it, I don't think Adele has a ton. I don't think that she
no, her personality is she cries a lot when celebrities come to her shows.
She kicks off her shoes and sings songs.
But she's doing a Vegas residency. But
Right.
she is soon quitting music indefinitely.
Okay. Well, you hear all the time about her voice.
It's such a good voice.
Well, she has a great voice.
Mezzo
but you hear
soprano,
a lot
beautiful.
like oh, it's it's hurt, it's strained.
Yeah.
She's obviously taking care of it by not pushing through or whatnot. But I don't hear much about. Oh, it was a really good show. It's like, oh, she is a very good singer. It's like, well, then listen to her albums. Why are you going to see her? Where's the showmanship?
Such a great, rich voice. But you're right.
Tina Turner is like
personality.
a big personality. She puts on a fun show. She wears cool costumes. Like, I don't know. The most interesting thing I've seen, in pop culture about Adele is when Graham Norton had her enter an Adele lookalike contest with some prosthetics. I mean, it's a cute video, but Tina Turner's fun.
She had her legs insured for $3.2 million.
That's
Worth
diva
it.
status.
Tina
Worth
Turner.
it.
Yep.
Tina Turner wins.
We're all saying Tina Turner.
Clean sweep.
Easy.
But Adele.
I love Adele.
But Adele.
But like, Tina Turner admittedly did not put out a song that created a Saturday Night Live sketch that got people talking at, at Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Call it.
Tina Turner wins.
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest.
Wow. Now geez.
I should really look ahead at these before we start. I have the bracket like in the background. I wasn't looking.
We have Beyonce. What were you gonna do?
Bum, 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 bum. That's what I was gonna do.
Crazy right now. And of course, Aretha Franklin.
R-E-S-P-C-T.
Find out what it means to me.
R-E-S-P-C-T. Should we just move forward?
Take care.
Suck it to me, suck it to me, suck it to me, suck it to me, suck it to me.
Take care. TCB. Taking care of business. Take care.
TCBY.
TCB.
TCBY.
Decent ice cream.
TCBY Bayside. No. Okay. We've gone off the rails.
Beyonce has 9 number 1 hits. Aretha Franklin.
Beyonce Giselle Knowles.
Oh, thank you
Her
very
name
much.
is Giselle.
Giselle. We shall be married in the morning.
Aretha Franklin. Does she have a real name or is that a real name?
Aretha Louise Franklin.
She has 20 number 1 hits.
Aretha Franklin is known as the Queen of Soul. Beyonce is known as Queen Bee.
Kind of like a self-appointed nickname.
It's B-Y, which I think people say Queen Bey.
America's team.
It does help your diva status if you have a fan base with a nickname, right? The Beehive.
It does help your diva status if you have a fan base that you're afraid of,
That is true.
which we are.
We're going to get some
Wait,
hate.
so we're afraid of them?
Well, I'm not going to get hate from them because I love Aretha Franklin, but is like the personality argument that I used in the last round far works here. Like Beyonce is well beyond music.
Now,
Beyonce was started performing in various singing and dancing groups, and then she became popular as part of the band, the group Destiny's Child.
Yeah.
Whereas Aretha Franklin, she was noticed for her gospel singing at the New Bethel Baptist Church, and then because of her popularity in singing there, she got signed to Columbia Records when she was 18. Now, Aretha Franklin won 18 Grammy Awards out of 44 nominations, whereas Beyonce has a record 32 Grammy Awards.
we're at a point now where there's such prestige.
Which is a record. It's a record for the entire music industry.
For Beyonce, if she doesn't win something, people have to apologize to her when they're on stage. They have to thank Beyonce because she's that powerhouse that they're afraid that she'll kill him. Zack, I think you're right. Beyonce isn't known for her music because in the past 15 years, what music has she put out?
Well, she's put out a lot. We just don't listen to it.
She doesn't. It's thematic albums that don't really have a hook to them anymore.
I think you're forgetting that she was in Goldmember and the Pink Panther and Dreamgirls and the live action Lion King.
Never forget the Goldmember. What about This Ain't Texas? Ain't no hold'em.
Beyonce actually is, by the way, from Houston, Texas.
Oh, okay.
Put your cards down, 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 down.
That was cute.
Pocket Lexus. I could go on. I like that song.
But
Says
Aretha
bad
Franklin
words.
was the first female artist to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1987.
She's in every Hall of Fame. She has a posthumous Pulitzer Prize.
She does.
She also has many career resurgences. I just think we need to put some R-E-S-P-C-T on her name. She has sold less albums, though. It's 75 million compared to Beyonce's 200 million as a solo artist. Mm-hmm. I like Beyonce's music better in Destiny's Child, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
You don't like Destiny's Child?
No, I like Destiny's Child more than
you like
Beyonce.
Destiny's Child
He
better.
doesn't like her solo
Singular.
work as much.
Oh, you like the TLC derivative?
Yes,
Okay.
actually.
But Aretha Franklin, you get songs like Respect, which I already talked about. You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman, Chain of Fools, I Say a Little Prayer.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. This isn't good. You know what? I'm going to vote for Aretha Franklin.
What do you think, Kent?
I'm putting it out there because I feel like she is the Queen of Soul. I feel like if there weren't Aretha Franklin, there would be no Beyonce.
Okay, well, I'll make
I
this
think
easier.
Beyonce's standing on stilts.
I'll make this easier on you, Kent. I'll vote Beyonce.
That doesn't make it easier.
Oh, yeah. I guess it doesn't. Huh? No,
What's really hard is we have the original diva. I think Aretha Franklin is the original diva.
Aretha Franklin has 38 studio albums. Beyonce has 8.
It's weird, though.
She's so back in the day.
Beyonce transcends like who she is, what she's created, I think. She is a powerhouse. And that's hard to really resist. Everything she does is recorded somewhere, and there's a story about it.
I think that because of the extended reach of Beyonce being involved in so many other things outside of music, I think that Aretha Franklin, legacy-wise, is never. I mean, she's never going to be forgotten, but she's only ever going to be known for music. Beyonce will be known for just generally being an icon. So music, movie, products, and then just presence, social media. That's so much more than just one thing.
I'm going to go with Beyonce.
Oh,
I'm really sorry, everybody.
Recency bias.
Recency bias.
what's the opposite of that?
Legacy bias.
Legacy bias?
Yeah.
That is Joel to a T.
Yeah,
Come
it is.
on.
Well, no, because I just feel like I do think people will be talking about Beyonce 60 years from now. I do think so.
100%.
But it's just the thing where I do fight against the...
When they finally realize she's been killing people. Allegedly.
Cat, you're going to get us sued.
I said allegedly.
We are now halfway through round one.
That's it?
Beyonce wins.
Okay,
we need
faster,
to get
faster.
moving.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Next up, we've got Rihanna. SOS, please. Someone help me. It's not
We
helping.
didn't go with Umbrella?
No, we'll get there.
Hey.
There you go, Zach.
Under my umbrella. Then Miley Cyrus.
Put my hands up. Oh, let's go with the better song.
The falsetto is really hard.
We get the hands up to play my song.
Way.
So Rihanna's real name, by the way,
Yeah.
Robin Rihanna Fenty.
Oh, Robin Fenty.
Oh, Fenty and Grande.
And Miley Cyrus.
My favorite sizes.
And Miley Cyrus is Destiny Hope Cyrus.
Destiny Hope.
She got the nickname Miley because she was a smiley little baby.
Rihanna has 14 number one hits. Miley has 2. But Miley does have 61 Hot 100 songs, and Rihanna has 63.
Miley Cyrus is known as the teen queen of the 2000s decade,
Yeah.
whereas Rihanna is known as hot.
Rihanna,
They call her, huh?
But she's also known by the Guinness World Records as the second wealthiest in the world.
yeah, she sold over 250 million records.
I should say second wealthiest female recording artist.
The last
Clarify that, yeah.
I'll tell you, there's not a lot of Miley Cyrus songs that I like. I've biased against her because of the age I was when she became popular.
When
and
she was Hannah Montana.
She's so annoying and all of that. But I think in my brain, I probably know more Miley Cyrus songs because she maybe is a bigger personality, but not for
See
good
you
reasons.
again, Party in USA, The Climb, We Can't Stop, Wrecking Ball, Flowers.
I think you're right. I think it's less diva behavior. It's more tood.
Yes.
I think Miley Cyrus is the mad dog face all the time, and she wants to be seen as the rebel permanently.
But then Rihanna performs at the Super Bowl. And I'm like, what is she doing at the Super Bowl? This is going to be fine. And then she gets on the Super Smash Brothers board and
Pregnant.
in
a big
announcing
red
pregnancy
outfit.
in this.
Yeah.
In this, and every single song. I was standing there watching the game, and I'm like, I know every word she's singing. I know this song. I know this song. And I was like flabbergasted. I'm like, am I a huge Rihanna fan or
And
something?
Rihanna's so stoic. I feel like that's diva behavior.
Well, and she's an interesting one too. She won't say much, but she'll show up on a red carpet wearing something see through.
Right.
She's like, what is she letting speak? I don't
Miley
know.
Cyrus just doesn't wear stuff.
Right.
So the winner is
I vote Rihanna.
Rihanna.
I vote for Rihanna as well.
Nice. Rihanna moves on.
When the sunshine, we shine together. Told you I'll be here forever.
Now we have Diana Ross.
My love.
My love,
We both went to the female parts.
Apparently.
baby, where did that love go?
Yeah.
Yeah,
When it hurts so bad.
the one. Okay, and
Mary J. Blige.
nope.
It came into my heart.
So here's the problem, right? We have Mary, just Mary, on this bracket. And you're like, who's Mary? Could be anyone. Mary Chapin Carpenter?
Biblical.
Right. It's the Mary J. Blige. I think it's the triple threat of the Mary J. and the Blige.
What a name.
You need it.
It is a singular name, right?
But let's give some facts about her real quick.
Because we couldn't think. Hold on, I know a song of hers.
She is like an industry professional here. She was so influential at the time, and this is in like the mid to late 90s and early 2000s. She's known as the queen of R&B. Is this a Mary J. Blige song?
I think so.
Okay. She has 42 songs in the Hot 100. She's a singer, songwriter, rapper, and actress. She's actually a decent actress.
She's known as the queen of hip hop soul and the queen of R&B, which 2 titles seems excessive.
She's won 9 Grammys and sold over 100 million records. And that includes, a lot of these people, it's featured artists. So they're like the backup artists. So still counts for them.
But then you get Diana Ross, who, if I may say, was the Beyonce of her time.
Yeah.
She started out in the Supremes, and then there was a very popular group, and then went solo and also became popular as a solo act, including Endless Love, which Kent and I just flawlessly
butchered. Sure.
did a rendition of.
It's Diana Ross.
It's Diana Ross.
It's Diana Ross.
Yeah, okay. Diana Ross moves on.
My love, there's only you in my life.
Now we have Katy Perry.
You're hot, then you're cold. You're yes, then you're no. You're in, then you're out. You're up, then you're down.
There are so many you could have chosen from that era. That was crazy. Right?
I know.
She had insane. And then Shakira. Whenever we're meant to be together.
Or
Try everything.
Oh, I hate that song.
I love it.
So Katy Perry has 9 number 1 hits.
Katy Perry, you mean Catherine Elizabeth Hudson?
Yeah.
I mean, at least it's a name. The Katie's a normal name off of that.
Shakira only has 1 number 1 hit.
You mean Shakira Isabel Mebarak Ripoll?
Wow. So Shakira is the queen of Latin music, and Katy Perry is the queen of camp.
Yep. Katy Perry got her start at 16 when she released a gospel album titled Katy Hudson. That's what she called herself initially. And then you get Shakira, who made a recording debut back when she was 13 with Sony Music Colombia.
Isn't it crazy how much staying power Shakira's had? Like when she first started, I'm like, oh yeah, this is fun stuff.
No, my buddy who he served an LDS mission down in Mexico, and he came back and he's like, you got to listen to Shakira. And he's Spanish music at the time. And I was listening to him. I'm like, yeah, this is pretty good actually. And I was like, I don't know if this is ever going to make it big here. And then she blew up in America. And I was like, how did that happen?
Yeah, even a lot of her just Spanish songs are big hits on the Hot 100 for everybody.
Yeah,
because
I actually really like Ciego Sordomuda.
So
Blind Deaf and Dumb.
One thing about these divas is sometimes they have like a drop off of about 10 years in their career, whether it's they try acting or their albums didn't really sell well. Katy Perry really hit that about 10 years ago, right? I think she did Roar. She had Firework about 10 years ago.
Yep.
And then
Hot
just
and Cold
dropped
Cowboy
off.
Girls, Teenage Dream. Well, she did The Voice. I think everyone.
No, she was American Idol.
That's right.
But I think that's her trying to stay relevant. She is very, very wealthy, by the way.
Forbes ranked her as the world's highest paid female musician in 2015 and 2018.
But I feel like anytime she shows herself in public, it's not doing her any favor. She's super unlikable as a person.
Is she?
Yeah. Katy Perry tried to come back recently with an album and it flopped altogether. I just respect Shakira more. She's like the preferable
Because
J-Lo.
her hips don't lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Diva, I just think Katy Perry kind of is a little bratty.
She has beef with a
A
lot.
diva attitude on a diva?
No.
Oh, no.
No, I
and
don't think it's diva attitude.
Consider how Katy Perry started out. She was alternative. Kiss a Girl. She was on the alternative radio station all the time. She was playing
That
at
was like
alternative
one song, and then
festivals.
she went full pop after that.
Yeah.
So where she started. So but think of it. She started in pop with an edge, and then she started beefing with people, and then she's
Like
always,
manufactured beef, though, I think.
I think so. And then, but it all toward an image, and then her run in the tens was absolutely insane. Hit after hit after hit after hit. She was a huge deal.
Yeah. I can
But
definitely
think
sing,
about it.
I can definitely sing more Katy Perry songs than I can sing
Yeah, that's
Shakira
true. But
songs.
like Katy. Oh, Katy Perry.
She's the only one.
Shakira, guys.
And I like Katy Perry's voice and I like Shakira's.
Shakira's a meme.
Shakira sometimes sounds like a female version of Kermit the Frog when she sings. There, I said it.
I'm into it.
Hips don't lie. You actually like
because my hips don't
if you fully listen to that song, you're like, oh, thank you, Wyclef Jean. Like, thank you for being here.
Shakira,
for breaking this up a little bit.
I have a distaste for Katy Perry, so I'm going to go Shakira.
I'm going to go Katy Perry and Joel.
Oh boy, this isn't easy because I think they're both got that diva air about them. So I got to go cold hard facts here and go with their movie performances again. No. Zootopia versus whatever Katy Perry was in. No, I looking just at sales here, album sales.
Katy Perry was in How I Met Your Mother.
I know. So was Britney Spears actually. I got to give it to Katy Perry.
Okay.
So
That's fair.
I guess because I'm just looking at hits here and I definitely know more Katy Perry than I know Shakira. And I know a lot of Shakira songs.
All right. Katy Perry moves on. Now we have Taylor Swift.
She knew
Taylor Swift?
You know her.
We are never, never, never getting back together.
And J-Lo.
Don't judge me by the rocks that I got. I'm still Jenny from the block.
Used to
We
have
got
a
there,
little,
Joel.
now I have a lot. But I
And
gotta
she will
know
never,
where I came
she'll
from.
never let
The
you
Bronx!
forget that.
Okay, Taylor Swift has 12 number one hits and
And counting.
hold on, 264 Hot 100 songs. But I would say that's divided by 2 because half of those are Taylor's version.
Oh.
It's the same song, duplicated.
The last few are just her. But she's like now reached the status where almost on an honor, almost just because of who she is. Whatever she releases is going to go number one.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
the singles off of any album will go number one.
By the way, Jennifer Lopez got her start as a dancer on the sketch comedy show In Living Color.
Oh,
She was a
fun.
dancer on that, and then she became an actress, and then she became a singer. Whereas Taylor
Is it
Swift,
actress first?
I think she was actress first.
Did she
and
play
then
Selena?
Dancer
And was
first,
like,
then actress. Well, yes.
I wanna do that.
And then she had Anaconda as well. She was in that,
Of course.
But then she started releasing. In fact, fun fact: in 2001, she became the first woman to simultaneously have the number one album and film in the United States with her second album, J-Lo, and the romantic comedy, The Wedding Planner.
No.
Is that the one that Ray finds? No, that's Made in Manhattan.
Oh my gosh! Why?
Okay.
That's the lesser of them.
Yeah.
How dare you?
I like Ray
Matthew McConaughey. That's the one.
That's the one.
Yeah.
J-Lo has sold over 80 million records.
Taylor Swift has over 200 million.
Okay, but like, what category are we really looking at here? Because
Diva.
pure success, I think it's obvious here.
Yeah.
If we really factor in how much you factor in personality, I mean, I feel like there's a lot that's been thrust upon Taylor Swift, and there's a lot that people project onto Taylor Swift, and then there's a lot of just the dumb stuff that J-Lo does.
Yeah.
She's ruined Ben Affleck's life twice.
Wow.
Oh, that reminds me,
Yeah.
Geely. Never mind, I know my decision.
No, if we're basing it on movies, then I got The Wedding Planner versus Cats, and I don't know which way I'm going to go.
Oh, that is a
Taylor
good
Swift was a
point.
kid.
Okay, if Geely and Cats can cancel out.
So J-Lo,
They cancel each other out. Okay.
J-Lo's in a slump. She had to cancel her recent tours because no one was buying the tickets at all.
Aw.
People just don't really care about J-Lo anymore.
She put out a documentary or something where she was talking about
Did he?
her.
I mean, did she?
Whoa.
Okay.
Jeez.
Well, she was putting out, and she was talking about how, like, oh yeah, I'm from the block. I'm Jenny from the block. We'd go down to the bodega. My order was some nonsense that nobody's ever heard of. It's like she's got this weird like thing she's putting on. This
But she's
persona.
also got a really big diva attitude.
She does.
But I see Jennifer Lopez as maybe more of a diva than Taylor Swift, but that's just one of the factors.
I
we're
see
looking at
Taylor
here.
Swift as CEO diva. Like she will own everything.
And everybody.
billionaire on her musical.
Until they find out she's been murdering people.
Allegedly.
No.
Allegedly.
I mean, yeah, just success and presence and showmanship as well. I mean, yes, J-Lo might be. She has some of the costumes and puts on the shows and stuff too, but you can't. You get a stadium of 70,000 people locked in on Taylor Swift night after night after night. How long has the Eras tour
think-
been going on?
A long time.
Over a year now.
An
Eras
era.
even. Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is a closer match than you guys are making it out to be because I do
The
feel like
swagger of J-Lo. Is that kind of what
she's
you're
got
giving
that
it to?
diva attitude. She's got the very powerful.
And she's done dance
performance.
music, pop music. Yeah.
If she walked in a room, it'd be like, "Oh, Jennifer Lopez is here."
Did she have anything in her body insured?
I'm sure
That
she
was
did.
always the rumor. That was what we always talked about. You know, in the grade school that she had parts.
Oh yes.
Parts of
She
her
has denied
lower
rumors.
half.
She has denied rumors that she's insured her rear end. Zack.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
what- yes.
I mean that was always floating around there.
But there are reports that it'd be insured for 27 million to 300 million, depending on who you talk to.
Jeez.
Yeah. Anyway,
I vote for Taylor Swift because I'm not voting against Taylor Swift.
you fear her. That's what you're saying.
And
I'm going to give her this first round win.
really.
Yeah.
Well, how kind of you.
I know.
I'll vote for J-Lo.
Okay.
Really, genuinely.
In the thing of, I feel like Jennifer Lopez is, and this sounds just different. This sounds weird, I know.
Yeah.
But I feel like Jennifer Lopez is like the queen. Like she's in the room and you're like, oh, it's the diva.
If she were-
If Taylor Swift was like the princess. It's like, oh, hey, she's the nice
No,
diva.
and I agree. But if Jennifer Lopez was more successful, I think she would have that to back that up.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So, yes,
Taylor Swift
I-
has way too much success to ignore.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Taylor Swift wins.
So it's gonna be forever, or it's gonna go down in flames.
Now we have Mariah Carey.
Sweet, fantasy,
It's so high every time.
I don't know why.
And Billie Eilish.
I'm the bad guy.
Duh.
Sorry.
By the way, I hate the duh. I always hate the duh.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
But
but
we don't hate the done.
oh,
I
thanks.
really wonder all the time what Billie Eilish would be like if she actually sang.
So that whisper, breathy stuff.
Yeah.
I
'cause when
do
she's-
like the vibe of her music, though.
She'll sing sometimes, and I'm like, oh, you're good.
She seems like a kid version of a Lana Del Rey.
That always wears hoodies and oversized clothing.
It's like Lana Del Rey's rebellious child. But I did find, as I was doing the research for this episode, that I liked the sound of
Yeah,
Billie
I agree.
Eilish's songs. There's something to it I do like.
She's won 9 Grammys and 2 Oscars.
2 Oscars. She's like the youngest 2-time recipient, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous the amount of success she's
But here's
had.
the thing. And we're talking about Billie Eilish because she's going away.
Yes.
She's too lethargic to be anything. She doesn't even have a personality, guys. Phineas is half of her
But
personality.
what was she made for, Kent?
Her James Bond song. At least I do think that Barbie song that she sang was
Yeah, it was good.
Was good, and maybe the most singing that she's
Why
done
can't I
on
remember No
record.
Time to Die? How does No Time to Die go?
There's just no time to die.
What?
That's the Alicia Keys one.
Oh.
Yeah, like we
it's
said,
just no time to die.
you are a
very
diva
song.
if you sing in a Bond film. So does that help her?
Yeah,
It may help her, but not against Mariah
Okay,
Carey.
I'll say this. You know who's a bigger diva? Phineas.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Verb?
Her brother, who does all, not all, but a lot of the writing.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a duo, and both deserve a lot of
She
credit.
does the singing, he does the producing.
You know, if she didn't have narcolepsy, I think she'd be more of a diva. But she needs to take her naps.
Mariah Carey wins.
Wow.
Now we have Christina Aguilera.
If you wanna be with me, there will be a price to pay.
Wow, just way.
I'm a
way
genie.
on that.
Sorry,
in
I was
a
distracted by the
bottle.
fact I forgot to mention Billie Eilish's real name. Billie Eilish Pirate Baird O'Connell.
Cut it out.
Phineas O'Connell.
Billie
Makes sense.
Pirate Baird.
Billie Irish Pirate Baird O'Connell.
I hate her even more.
Anyway,
Mariah Carey have a full name? We'll
Mariah
get to
Carey,
it next round.
yeah.
And Christina Aguilera.
I sing my song.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Pink.
Just give me a reason, just a little bit enough.
The song with Fun. That's where you went.
That's such a good song.
Isn't it Fun featuring Pink?
It could be.
A fun period.
I'm coming up, so you better get that party started.
Christina has 5 number 1 hits, and Pink has 4 number 1
Oh,
hits.
Pink. You mean Alicia Beth Moore?
Yeah, that's the one.
What was she in? Hostel? No.
What?
She was in something.
Pink was?
Pink was in a horror movie, wasn't she?
Was she?
Nah, it's just her concert.
Give that.
Really similar facts, though, because Pink has won 3 Grammys, Christina Aguilera has won 5.
both have-
Pink has more albums sold at 135 million.
Yeah. Well, they both have the same number of albums, 9 albums.
Yeah.
But you get Christina Aguilera with Lady Marmalade, Genie in a Bottle, What a Girl Wants, Say Something. Oh, I love that song so much.
Yeah.
And then you get Pink, who has Lady Marmalade. She's in there too. Get the Party Started, Don't Let Me Get Me, Just Like a Pill, Who Knew, So What, Just Give Me a Reason. These are different eras of my life, it feels like.
But they came out at the same time, though.
I know, but it feels like different eras to me.
So Christina Aguilera is a Disney legend, if that helps at all.
Yeah.
I've never caught the vision with Pink. I know that she has a massive stage presence. If you're a fan of Pink, her concerts are quite fun.
She does all sorts of like aerobatics and
Yeah.
line work and flying and
But I feel like even though the record sales would say otherwise, it's not as big as an audience.
2007's Catacombs.
Who's seen that?
Starring Pink.
You know a scary movie that we don't?
Yeah.
what?
Yes.
By the way, Christina Aguilera has a 4-octave vocal range, use of the whistle register, and like Ken said, she was in the Mickey Mouse Club.
I don't know. I think Pink is mean mugging everybody, and that seems like diva status, but I feel like that's like a persona, like a facade.
I'm going to go back to your argument from before, Ken.
Okay.
Of Miley Cyrus. I feel like Pink would not accept the diva status. She wants to be the rebel, not the diva.
Sure.
And so for that reason, I'm voting for Christina Aguilera.
Yeah, me too.
I think we should just throw Lil Kim and Maya on this matchup. And
wow.
just have a full Lady Marmalade.
Little Kim would kill everybody, allegedly.
And we're not doing death match, Kent.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. This one doesn't matter. So
Yeah, no, it's true.
Christina Aguilera, I think, is
We
fantastic.
spent way too much
singer.
time on that.
Christina Aguilera wins.
What a girl wants, what a girl needs, whatever keeps me in your arms.
All right, now we have a Lady Gaga.
Just Dance, gonna be okay.
Just Dance. And Gloria Estefan.
Turn the beat around. Love to hear percussion.
Love to hear the pressure.
It's not
Love
percussion.
to feel the pressure.
It's not love to hear percussion.
I'm pretty sure. It's
Hold on, look that up. I need to know. My whole life I've been singing love to hear percussion.
Percussion.
If it's not percussion, my life is shattered right now. Hold on.
Here goes.
So,
Kent, you may be right for once.
oh, are you serious? I've never got lyrics right in my life.
Turn the beat around. Love to hear percussion. I always said love to feel the pressure.
Oh, I am so happy right now. You owe me
Wow.
$5. You owe me $5.
That was never part of the deal.
The pressure.
You know, I love to hear. Guys, she loves drums.
Listener, this is a momentous moment on Baconsale.
I'm like blushing right now.
Kent got lyrics correct.
I've never got this before.
Okay, do you have any other facts about her? Because I want Lady Gaga to move on.
Oh, wow.
What's Lady Gaga's
You
real name?
mean Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanata? Or are you talking about Gloria Estefan, who is Gloria Maria Milagrosa Fajardo Garcia?
So Lady Gaga, her fan base is the Little Monsters, but Gloria Estefan has a title. She's the queen of Latin pop.
She's very good.
Yeah, she's won 8 Grammys, sold over 100 million records, whereas Lady Gaga sold over 170 million records. But Zach, we recently saw a movie called Joker Folie à Deux.
Uh-huh.
How do you feel about Lady Gaga after that?
More like Folie à Deuce.
Yeah.
Zack.
I would say she hasn't really, like, other than maybe A Star is Born, Lady Gaga hasn't really made a splash on the big screen.
No, she keeps trying.
But she hasn't done poorly.
No.
Right?
Star Was Born is extremely well received. And I think people will like kind of excuse her role in Joker, saying that you were just brought in to sing.
Yeah.
Your character was nothing.
So she has kind of transcended the silver screen in comparison to other divas.
A bit. She was in Star Is Born. Who was the last person in Star Is Born before her? Anybody?
It's not Judy Garland. It's Barbara Streisand.
It is Barbara Streisand,
Yeah.
who already won earlier in this round, which was like 2 days ago.
So I would say Gloria Estefan, she's probably just delightful. I don't think she's a diva.
Great fun songs.
Yeah, really fun songs, but she's disappeared from the limelight completely.
Lady Gaga, huge personality.
I'll never forget though when Gloria Estefan got in that bus accident. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Tour bus in 1990. She ended up getting a huge accident. Was I think it was a cervical fracture of her spine.
Crazy.
And she ended up recovering. Come out with this amazing album. Like there was a special place in my family's heart for Gloria Estefan.
Which is great.
Makes sense.
But I love the Miami Sound Machine and that whole sound.
Right.
But I'm definitely gonna have to give it to Lady Gaga.
Glad she's on the playlist, though.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga moves on. Now we have Celine Dion.
'Cause I'm your lady. You are my man.
Wow, you're going to hold your mic like she does.
Yes.
And Kylie Minogue.
I just can't get you out of my head. No, you the fool. Loves to hear the percussion.
How is your top staying on in this music video?
Okay, Celine Dion versus Kylie Minogue. Guys, before we count out Kylie Minogue.
She's awesome. Let's just talk
she's
about
freaking
her.
awesome.
Known as the Princess of Pop, just like Britney Spears.
But Celine Dion is the queen of power ballads.
No, she's the Princess of Pop.
Now, because she Princess Pop down.
Band
music.
Because she's Australian.
Talk about
Dinky Die.
Celine Dion is
music.
from Quebec. Which, by the way, Celine Dion, she became famous after winning the 1988 Eurovision Song Contest. Guess which country she represented?
France.
Switzerland.
What?
She's not Swiss.
What?
Maybe she just likes the cheese.
Big cheat. It's a big cheat is what it is. But yes, of course, this round is going to Celine Dion in my mind.
Oh, hold on. You just rushed right through that.
I feel like Kylie Minogue has a wonderful presence.
It's been around since 1987.
Yeah.
Has never quite gone away.
I enjoy her from The Locomotion to Can't Get You Out of My Head. Spinning Around is a song that not many people know, but it's one of my personal favorites. But I'm sorry.
Listen, Kylie Minogue is like a Wiggle grown up before the Wiggles came out.
I'm okay
She's
with her
awesome.
wiggle.
She's awesome. Hey,
Yeah.
Family friendly.
anything else? You went to Australia.
I just like her.
She's great.
I just like her. She is the highest selling female artist from Australia. Like I said, she sold over 80 million records. Pretty big deal for an Australian artist.
Before Kylie Minogue leaves this bracket, I have to say, and shout out my friend Max Dimmick,
Oh,
who for some reason, the most random times would just send me a link to the music video for Kylie Minogue's "Step Back in Time." If you haven't watched it, it's just a jazzy song. It's a weird music video that is one of the main earworms that just gets stuck in your head. Like it's a great song. "Step Back in Time." Shout out to Max. Shout out to Kylie.
Love it.
Because she's
and
listening.
Also, if you haven't seen the Kylie Minogue "Come Into My World" music video, fantastic. It is really, really cool.
Okay.
Come Into My
Should've
World.
voted for her.
Go look at it.
Okay.
There we go. And Celine Dion moves on. All right, everyone. Speed round, round
Speed
two.
round.
We just have to go fast because all of these, like the first round was hard. These are way more difficult.
Yes.
We have Madonna versus Dolly Parton.
Wow.
I think we're done singing, maybe.
Yeah, we're
maybe,
done now.
maybe we'll bring it back in the final four.
Yeah, we'll see. We didn't talk a lot about Madonna last time because she breezed through that last round, but she moved to
Well,
19...
we'll get a chance now for the death rattle facts, in my opinion.
Whoa, you vote for Dolly Parton?
Yes.
I'm having a hard time here because as much as I do not like Madonna now, as much as I dislike,
Well, please give the facts.
there was a time when I thought she was amazing. No, just that she moved to New York City in 1978 to become a dancer. And then she became like the queen of pop. Like it was a kind of, she doesn't have a great voice. She has a fine voice.
I think she knows her range and uses it very well.
I think she's good at singing her songs.
With sales over 300 million records, she's the best-selling female recording artist of all time. She's the first woman to accumulate over $1 billion in concert revenue in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And she is named as the greatest music video artist by MTV and Billboard. There's more that could be said about Madonna. We may not like her now, but there's no way that we don't know Madonna as like the 80s and 90s, the SEX appeal that she had, the stage presence that she's shown, all the appearances she's made they've been a major deal.
Ken, I don't know if this will sway you or not.
Yeah.
But she is also a businesswoman, and she founded the company Maverick in 1992.
Wait, what?
Different Maverick.
Oh. Listen, I love Dolly Parton, Zach. But I think in the 90s, I was like, oh, she's like your plastic surgery cliche. And then now I'm like, I totally respect her as a humanitarian.
She's a wonderful person.
I think she's so amazing. But she's not a diva. She's just a wonderful person. It's
But
Madonna
can a
all
diva
the
be
way.
a wonderful person? Can a diva be a goddess?
You can be a legend, but I don't think she's a diva.
How many lands are named after Madonna?
You don't want to know.
Yeah, I don't think we could
The
go
Beatles sing a song about her.
I'm too young to go to Madonna Land, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Madonna's the far bigger diva. Just attitude and her behavior is dangerous.
Zach voted Dolly, you're voting Madonna?
Easily.
So instead, Joel, just consider this. I'm voting for the humanitarian who would do any good deed for any human being. And he's voting for a Colombian drug lord.
Shakira's already off this list.
So you're voting for a Relief Society president.
Yeah.
And I'm voting for Madonna.
Yeah, according to the very factual documentary I watched, Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Madonna's
yeah.
also
Oh,
done
yeah.
a James Bond song, by the way. We may not love it, but she's done one.
I kind of love
Can you mention Dolly Parton doing a James Bond song?
I would love to hear it.
kind of slaps.
This is not easy because I do think both of them very much fit this role of like that iconic female musical artist that just one name is all you need to say. And you're like, I know everything about them. I know.
Both are so showy, but what show do you want to go to? Come on.
That's not what we're asking.
Yeah.
But if I have to go for just which one I feel I like more songs of and has sold more, that's Madonna.
Yeah.
I vote for Madonna.
Cold hard facts.
Okay, Madonna moves on. So much for our speed round. It took forever, you guys.
Sorry.
I'm mad at you now. I'm going to start using Joel language here in a minute.
Uh-oh.
Next, we have Britney Spears and Barbara Streisand.
Why are you so mad?
Barbara Streisand.
Never going to happen,
What
Joel.
is that? What's a reference?
It's a Just Dance song.
didn't know
It's
it
called
the first
Barbara
4 times.
Streisand.
Quit doing the weird fingers at us.
We aren't going to know it the fifth. Okay, I vote Barbara Streisand.
They sold about the same amount of albums. I don't know. There's a part of me where I'm always going to feel bad for Britney Spears and what she's put up with.
By Duck Sauce. The song is by Duck Sauce. Look it up. Barbara Streisand.
I'll never
by
look
Duck
that
Sauce.
up. Who's the bigger diva? It's Barbara Streisand. Just to go quickly, it's Barbara Streisand. I think Britney has put up with so much and she's had to live her life under a spotlight. But I think she's just trying to be reactive rather than proactive as a diva. So Barbara Streisand. I mean, it's a clean sweep, or are you going to do pity vote?
I'll do a pity vote for Britney Spears.
Okay.
Because I do feel like there definitely needs to be, there's something about her diva status. She's new diva. Barbara Streisand is old diva. And we'll see who, I think Ariana Grande maybe is new diva. Who knows? But yeah, I'm okay with that.
Call it, Zach.
Barbara Streisand wins.
Let the memory live again.
Now we have Whitney Houston and Cher. This is crazy. This
This is like a final matchup.
could be a final matchup.
So
for
the
sure.
Sonny and Cher comedy hour had over 30 million viewers weekly. That's crazy.
The only reason it stopped is because they broke up.
Yeah. She's also won Best Actress for Moonstruck. Well, Whitney Houston in The Bodyguard. She's so great. Like, I wish she was. I think she's good in that movie.
Bodyguard playing herself.
Yeah, that's true, right?
Sure.
Wait, she's fairy godmother in Cinderella with Brandy.
I know.
Very good. She's in The Preacher's Wife.
Whitney Houston is ranked as the second greatest singer of all time by Rolling Stone.
Who's the first?
Aretha Franklin, who we cut out.
Dang. Ouch. Told you.
She sold over 220 million records.
Whitney Houston is the only artist to have 7 consecutive #1 singles on the Billboard Hot 100 since 1988. Whereas Cher is such a diva. I don't know.
But it's more like memeable diva, right?
That was my band's name in college.
Oh, what kind of music did you guys play?
Actually, we played Devo covers.
Oh,
Devo.
Yeah, the band. Yeah, Whip It.
Yeah.
One song in many different styles. Ah, this is difficult.
it's not.
It's Cher.
No, it's not.
It's Cher.
How could it be Cher?
She is the diva between the two
Over
of these.
Whitney Houston, the
I know
voice.
my voting is going all over the place because sometimes who I like more, sometimes who is more of a diva, and I can't. My brain hurts.
Cher sounds like a cow that needs to be put down.
That's Shakira. No, she's a frog.
She's a frog.
That's right. If I could turn back time.
That note that Whitney Houston accomplishes for "I Will Always Love You." I mean, that is all timer.
You guys hate that song. You voted out Dolly.
I didn't mean to, and I'm sorry.
The thing I thought about is if they came in the room, like if I were like a caterer or something, and they came in the room, who would I fear more? And they walked in. That was what I was doing here.
Well, Whitney Houston, because she'd be.
Who would you revere?
Zack!
Oh no,
No.
Who would you revere more, though?
And that's the question, because I'm looking at both their songs. I really do like a lot of Cher songs, but I think I like
right.
more Whitney songs. But I did vote
Zack and
Cher.
the Pain.
I have to vote Whitney Houston.
Yeah,
I have.
Thank you.
I love Cher. I love Cher. But okay, Whitney Houston wins.
Wow.
Now we have Tina Turner and Beyonce. Ooh.
Every round is a final round, guys.
Yeah, these are rough.
One was in Austin Powers. One sang a Bond song. That Bond's the song.
I knew you were going to do it.
I have to do it every time. You knew it.
Stop it.
You saw it coming.
Oh, jeez.
So Tina Turner obviously has the longevity here, but Beyonce
will.
She will. She will. You're
She
right.
will. It's just a matter of time.
But like for music or for like what, a fashion brand?
Oh, like I said before, I think just general imagery and iconery, but also consider she puts out music that people listen to that are not us. Mm-hmm.
I listen to some of her music.
There's more people that watch some random episode of The Big Bang Theory than ever watched Game of Thrones, right? Like there's so many more people in this world that have an opinion different than us, and those are the people that like Beyonce, right? I don't know who
That's
these
a slam
people are.
against them, but I hear
I'm
that.
not saying that there's overlap in the
No,
Big
because
Bang Theory people.
I like Beyonce. I just don't get the hype. I don't get the excessive hype around her. I'm like, yeah, she's good. Why are we freaking out
There's
about
an air of classiness to it, whereas Tina Turner, there's an air of survivorness, right? She's gone through had gone through so much in life that it was cool to see these power anthems. I think Beyonce, she obviously has the higher sales, but I just don't think the music is as rich.
So you're voting for Tina Turner?
I don't know, Joel.
I'm voting for Beyonce because of the overall.
I voted for Tina Turner.
The overall, air about her.
But I voted for Beyonce last time. I didn't even want to.
It's the same argument I made before. Like, I feel like if there were no Aretha, there'd be no Beyonce. If there were no Tina Turner, there'd be no Beyonce.
Can you imagine Aretha versus Tina in this matchup?
Oh my God.
It'd be impossible.
That'd be the longest
These are all
episode of
difficult.
Baconsale. These are all difficult. I do think Beyonce is very talented. I think she has a great voice, but I just got to give it to Tina Turner because I feel like she was. I mean, they're both legends, but yeah, I already voted. It's up to you, Kent.
Beyonce wins. Wow.
I'm so sorry. I just don't want to be in trouble.
Okay, I get it.
We can't run this bracket by fear.
You can't.
Baby, I can see your halo. You know you're my saving grace.
Now next is Rihanna versus Diana.
Nice.
Rihanna versus Diana Ross.
Diana Ross has 2 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Shoot.
Do you have to pay for those?
Yeah, you do, right?
Yeah. Also, Diana Ross was in The Wiz. Remember that?
Yeah.
Was it 1978?
I actually like The Wiz.
Yeah.
There is maybe the recency versus legacy bias here.
Are we going to recency lately?
I think this is the recency portion of the bracket. They're the most kind of new stars in this top right portion of our bracket, if you're following me along.
Look at how much people look up to Diana Ross.
She's a big deal.
She's a huge deal. Like, she hasn't put out music in the past, 30 years?
She's 80 years old.
It's been a while since there's been anything relevant, though. It's legendary
Yet she's
status.
still known. You hear that
it's
name,
true.
Diana Ross. I'll give it to Diana.
I'm giving it to Rihanna.
Why?
It is to me. I'm going to go with Diana Ross. I think she's an icon.
Finally,
Okay.
a legacy bias.
There we go. I did nothing original. Diana Ross wins.
Thank you, Zack.
And speaking of recent, we have Katy Perry versus Taylor Swift. Famously get along with each other.
Wow.
No issues
How did
there.
they end up like the seating is just really throwing people together too soon?
You're saying it like you stacked the deck, but you
I didn't.
really didn't. We had a
No.
lot of. I told the boys I was doing calculus homework that was easier than putting this bracket together.
It was not easy.
So Katy Perry /
Taylor
Paula Dean versus Taylor Swift.
What?
She looks just like Paula Dean. It's the weirdest
My
thing.
Katy Perry
goodness.
does?
Look at the memes.
How does
Look it up right now on Google.
Katy Perry.
Zach, look it
Paula
up.
Dean is Katy Perry.
Look it up right now.
I see it.
Katy Perry.
I'm sorry to distract
same
from this
eyes.
show.
What?
That could be her grandmother.
Weird. Look. It's their beef has gone back and forth for a while. They exist in similar spaces, and Taylor Swift. I don't know. Taylor Swift seems to have more talent, and Katy Perry has to make it on flair, and that maybe means a lot in this bracket.
I think Flair does help.
But already you can make a longevity argument with these two because they have.
I think people are over
Similar
Katy Perry.
looks.
I think
I
her
agree.
time has come and gone.
She started later, and she's. I mean, she might have a resurgence.
yeah.
But do you
And
think
we're
Taylor,
always-
do you think Taylor Swift's going anywhere?
No.
I don't either.
Not until they find out she's committed murder.
Allegedly.
Why are we doing this?
Katy Perry definitely has allegedly.
Definitely has allegedly.
Where are you going,
Nice
Joel?
cover. Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Taylor
Clean
Swift.
sweep.
It's blue. The shape of your body is blue. The feeling I got it.
Okay, Mariah Carey versus Christina Aguilera.
Both great voices. Amazing voices.
They're both beautiful in every single way.
Christina
Our words can't
drops
bring you
off,
down.
though, a lot. And she's just more like soulful as a person. I don't know if she's like, she has swagger, but it's not like public swagger. Does that make sense?
I mean, she got the moves like she has swagger.
yeah, she's more of a voice host than she is a singer at this point.
Got 5
And
Grammy
Mariah Carey
Awards.
is more of an idea than she is a singer. at
Can I
this
tell you a
point.
personal story?
Grammy
When I was, I think I was on my LDS mission. So I was 20. And I heard Genie in a Bottle. And I'm like, you know what? When she's no longer famous in 5 years, I'm going to marry that girl.
Wow.
About Christina Aguilera. Because I thought, there's no way she'll be famous in 5 years. She'll probably want to date me.
There you go.
Yeah. Christina.
I'm giving this to Mariah. I feel like Mariah Carey has the diva status. I feel like I like more of her songs. I feel like she definitely does have the better performance with more album sales and more Grammys, I think, too.
I agree with you, Joel. I'm going with Mariah Carey.
It is Mariah Carey.
Ah, there we go.
What do you need to talk about her stats? Because she's going to go pretty far.
And then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on.
Now we have Lady Gaga and Celine Dion.
Celine Dion.
Celine Dion.
Celine Dion has
You're
the
just going to
class.
kick out Gaga like
She-
that.
Well, Lady
Gaga shows up. Her presence alone with costuming and just red carpet stuff is diva.
It is diva,
Certified.
diva
And
behavior.
I love what she did when she kind of came out, 2009, 2010 with this outlandish personality. It was like Madonna on steroids.
Yeah.
And she put out good songs.
Meat suits.
She put out good songs to back it up. Really
Yeah.
like good pop songs,
And
good
she's
radio
done
hits.
duet albums with Tony Bennett.
Well, that's what I was going to say is she did the thing. It's like Robert Pattinson or Daniel Radcliffe, where they came out and made such a big deal impact right away and made a ton of money that they've gotten to do whatever they want since. And that's she's became such a big deal in pop. That's like, I want to go make jazz standards with Tony Bennett now, and she can.
And I do think if Lady Gaga were paired up against other people, even in the bracket still right now, like that are left, she might do better. But against Celine Dion,
This is a heavyweight.
this is Celine Dion.
Absolutely.
Okay, Celine Dion wins.
There were nights when the wind was so cold.
So we're to the Elite Eight.
We're to the Elite Eight. Final matchups galore. We just have to get through it. Okay, Madonna versus Babs. Barbara Streisand.
I just want to compare movies once again. So we have The Way We Were. We have What's Up, Doc. We have Yentl versus Dick Tracy, A League of Their Own, and Evita.
I like A League of Their Own. Obviously, we all like that movie.
Forgot that she's in that movie. Yeah, she's good in that movie.
She is.
Evita,
No,
never been a big fan.
no, don't cry for that movie.
Madonna's
Yeah.
certainly more outlandish personality, but both big personalities.
Both of these also, their actions outside of music. like-
You left out Meet the Fockers, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, he did
sorry.
that on purpose.
I feel like both of these artists have kind of tainted their career later in life with actions outside of their music.
I'd agree.
And so I can't use that as a con for either one of them.
I feel like Barbra Streisand, even though she was a Broadway star and a stage star, and so that gives her the diva soul, I feel like mostly her later life is like, leave me alone. I'm just living my life.
Well, that's the problem when she says, don't take pictures of my house. And everyone does.
Right.
Yeah.
So I feel like she kind of doesn't care about the diva status. I feel like Madonna like seeks it too hard, but had it so much in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s.
So you're voting for?
Madonna.
Okay. Kent, I'm going to agree with you.
Wow.
I think it goes to Madonna as well.
Well, pity vote to Barbra Streisand, but Madonna moves
Barbra
on.
Streisand.
Nope. You know what? Madonna. I changed my vote to Madonna. Easy.
Why'd you even say that name?
Madonna moves on. Now we have Whitney Houston versus Beyonce Knowles Carter.
We'd like to thank our patrons.
Yep, for sure.
End it right now.
Whitney Houston. I'm not overthinking this. She has the
You've been voting for
voice.
Beyonce the whole show, by the way.
But Whitney Houston has the voice. She has the aura. We haven't talked enough about aura.
Mm-hmm.
She's got it. And
Yeah, baby, she's got it.
I think that I'm just going to go more on pure music and the image within music. It's Whitney Houston.
I've been voting for Beyonce this entire show as well, but I'm now voting for Whitney Houston. Yeah, so sorry.
Bayhive's coming after you.
No. Bayhive or Beehive?
You never know. And I don't want that to be answered. It's been happening on Baconsale as long as it's existed.
I'm going to give a vote to Beyonce because I do think I don't think it deserves a sweep.
Playing it safe.
I think Beyonce deserved a vote here.
Sure.
And I was debating, and now I can make that vote easily.
Beyonce deserves a vote.
Yeah.
But Whitney Houston deserves a win.
Just like that.
And I wish you joy and happiness.
Now we have Diana Ross and Taylor Swift.
Okay. One's a bigger diva, and one is just the phenomenon of music at this point, right? And she's been around. Taylor Swift, like, we think it's like a recent thing. It's been 20 years.
No, that's what I was actually wondering if Joel chose one of the earlier songs for the playlist because that's how he still sees her and how a lot of
Like
people
a
still
young
see
country
her.
artist.
I wanted to choose the early one, and then on the sampler platter, it was like, here's an early work and a later work.
Your reasoning makes sense. I think a lot of people still see her as that young girl still making country music, and she literally hasn't been that for 15 years.
The one that wears T-shirts?
Sure.
On the bleachers?
I feel like claiming her music again and doing Taylor's version gives her more diva status. Because she's like, oh, you can't take
Fair.
my music from me.
Fair.
This is mine. She double sells these albums.
She's changed the music industry.
Yeah.
She
For the better or for worse, that's debatable.
There we go.
Swifties are dangerous, as we know.
More dangerous than the Bayhive?
Probably.
Can't even say it right.
I'm giving the vote
I've
to
dated
Taylor-
a lot of them.
I'm giving the vote to Taylor Swift on this one. I feel like Diana Ross was more influential in the Supremes as a group, and as a solo artist, not as much.
Could you pull out the crystal ball real quick?
Yes.
Do you think future artists will say, Taylor Swift influenced me? Do you think they'll say, wow, what a legacy. I'm influenced by her music? Not just stardom. Not stardom. Music.
Taylor Swift inspired me to want to be a pop star.
Okay.
Is going to be said.
But not the music itself.
Maybe not.
Not the tortured billionaire poet society.
Yeah, so
whatever.
hard. Singing about being drunk all the time. Have you noticed that? It's drunk. Okay.
Diana or
just
Taylor?
listen to this. This sentence. Taylor Swift was eliminated by Diana Ross in our bracket. That sounds.
I'm glad you said in our bracket, otherwise it's got really dark.
Really dark. How weird does that sound? It's just. I don't think that
It doesn't sound
we're
right.
talking about a diva bracket.
It sounds like we'd be forcing it.
But it's a diva bracket.
Yes, Diana Ross, much love, but it's got to be Taylor Swift here.
Agreed.
Taylor Swift moves on.
So why can't you see you belong with me?
And this,
Nope.
when I looked at the list, I thought that this was a dead ringer for a final round. And here we are. Not even to the final four. Mariah Carey and Celine Dion.
Holy
We haven't talked
cow.
about Mariah Carey very much on this show because she is just swept so far.
We haven't talked about Celine Dion that much either.
Mariah Carey has 19 number one hits. She has 49 Hot 100 songs. She's known for the 5-octave vocal range. She's sold over 220 million records. She's in every Hall of Fame. She has the record for the most Hot 100 number one singles by a solo artist. Meanwhile, Celine Dion, don't want to discredit her because she is amazing. Four number one hits compared to 19. 21 Hot 100 songs. She sold over 200 million records, so close. She's the best-selling Canadian artist and best-selling French language artist. And she's the second woman to gain $1 billion in concert revenue.
Who's the first?
It was Madonna.
Yeah. Credit to Celine here also. She has the highest grossing concert residency of all time.
Is that the
She was
Vegas show?
The Vegas one from 2003 to 2007.
Celine's back.
Yeah.
Or his picture of her back.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And then 5 Grammy Awards with 16 nominations for Celine Dion.
I like the variety in Mariah Carey's music better. Obviously, Mariah Carey is much more pop music with a lot of the ballads and maybe dipping into R&B. I think that Celine Dion's hits especially are mostly the big, epic,
The sweeping songs.
Sweeping, sleepy,
Yeah.
lovey songs.
I'm just going to vote for Mariah Carey right now because she's gone through so much in her career that's proves she's a diva. She's had beef with Eminem, right?
They ate hamburgers together?
I know, weird, right? She has put up with so much growing up as a pop star and then just going big and then doing R&B and then getting back to ballads and literally having the most recognizable Christmas song of all time at this point. I think Mariah Carey's voice and personality is the essence of diva. And it's funny because she may not be classy, but there's an air of it, right? Where you're like, what kind of front are you putting on? I feel like she could beat me up and charm me at the same time.
What are we doing on this bracket? Are we doing who we like more or are
Diva.
we doing who's more diva?
Diva.
Yes, both.
Because I like
exist.
Celine Dion's music more than I like Mariah Carey's. There's a
disagree.
emotional movement and I feel every time I listen to Celine Dion's songs. There's something there.
I hear that.
There's
Yes.
emotion.
She's so
behind her vocals.
talented.
Celine Dion music comes on the radio and you want to sing along for like a chorus.
And then turn it.
They're 6-minute songs all the time.
And I love it.
No.
I love every minute
too
of it.
much. It's too sappy.
Whereas the genre crossing nature of Mariah Carey is amazing.
Yeah, and I don't want to say anything. I want to be more just. I'm higher on Mariah Carey. I think as far as the type of music than Celine. I love both. That's what's difficult for me. I do think that Celine Dion is an icon, and I think in the truest sense of diva, in that like she is the top singer of the opera.
Yeah.
That is Celine Dion.
That's true. That's true.
But maybe in the morphed definition of she's kind of a lot
The stage
to deal
presence
with and
and-
a glamorous personality who might be a lot to deal with. I think it's more Mariah Carey, which is why I'm voting for Mariah Carey. Wow. And taking the heat off of you, Joe.
Au revoir, Celine.
I love you so much.
I voted for her.
Okay, now final four.
Did we see it getting here?
Zach, who is our final four?
Final four. Madonna, Whitney Houston, Taylor Swift, and Mariah Carey.
Holy cow.
I did not see this.
One of those probably doesn't belong.
I saw two on here. Different.
That's it? Okay.
Yep.
All right, our first matchup.
Madonna and Whitney Houston. Who do you think doesn't belong on this list? Don't you dare say Taylor Swift.
I didn't say that.
Okay. Madonna and Whitney Houston.
Madonna has outsold Whitney Houston.
True.
Yep.
She's not as good a singer,
No.
No.
I don't think anyone would argue that. Is Whitney Houston a bigger deal?
but is she?
I'm
is there
putting this out there.
a bitter aftertaste
I'm
for
putting
Whitney
this
Houston.
out there in Zach's way of speaking because I liked it. Whitney Houston is the classical definition of diva, which is that beautiful, amazing singer.
Yeah, but when she fell
Madonna.
off, like her life fell apart,
Oh, yes.
right? And so it makes you sad to think about Whitney Houston.
I think kind of her fall says a lot about the divaness as
Right.
well.
But then the new diva, the one that's like the attitude and the aura, that seems more Madonna to me. That's why I'm having a difficult time here. And these are both 80s pop. These are both 80s pop stars.
If you could say dream concert, would you rather go see Madonna or Whitney Houston?
I don't think I'm allowed at the Madonna concert. I'm not old enough.
Interesting.
How would you not want to see Whitney Houston perform live?
I would dance around to Wanna Dance with Somebody.
But what era?
One of the best songs
what era
ever made.
of Madonna?
Oh, I would
Because
go.
the young pop princess.
I would go 1995 for both of these.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're getting the best songs in 95.
We talked about doing a full breakdown of Madonna, like a tribute episode.
Yeah. Because she's so successful.
And I thought that was crazy, but you guys keep voting for her.
Because there was a time when she wasn't kind of just crazy.
And maybe that's like
Or maybe she was always crazy and we just didn't know.
the Madonna I grew up with is like music makes the people.
Yeah, but so it was sometimes even less about the music, more about her persona, right? Whereas Whitney Houston is like, I'll just prove you. I'm gonna show not tell my persona.
Except for then she got in with Bobby Brown and then she got all the addictions.
devastating.
And then her outside life became more popular than her recording studios.
I'm going to compare this matchup to that last one and a lot of the points I made with Mariah Carey versus Celine Dion. which, obviously I leaned Mariah for the more like modern definition of diva.
Right.
But Mariah Carey has the voice to back it up. If you're talking pound for pound singing, Mariah Carey can hang with Celine Dion. She absolutely can. There's no way Madonna can hang with Whitney Houston. Not even close. Whitney Houston is a product of gorgeous singing. Madonna is a product of production.
But she is like
Her music producers made her music good, not her.
the problem is if you look up in Wikipedia the definition of diva, it says additionally, Madonna and Mariah Carey have been called an ultimate diva in the press and have often embraced the title as their media persona. Those two were singled out.
I think it's persona versus essence. I think Madonna has the persona. I think Whitney Houston has the essence of diva. I'm going to go Whitney Houston.
What do you think, Joel?
Because I would give it to Madonna.
Okay, I think it's Whitney Houston.
Wow.
I think Madonna shouldn't even be here. She should have been eliminated by Babs, and she should have been eliminated by Dolly Parton.
No.
Dolly Parton was robbed. Whitney Houston wins. And Taylor Swift and Mariah Carey is next.
This is a hard one.
Finishing up the final four.
No, it's not.
No, this is a hard one because
It's a diva bracket. It's not most successful artist of all time. Which, by the way, Mariah Carey is more successful, I believe. Mariah Carey has 220 million records sold compared to Taylor's 200 million.
But imagine where Taylor can go from here.
And Taylor Swift needs to put out a banging Christmas song.
It's a year away.
Yeah.
She's doing that to Christmas album next year.
Yeah, she needs
I'm
to
looking
put-
at my crystal ball. Next year she's doing Christmas album.
Once that happens and she becomes a holiday staple, then
And that's the problem is both of these are like both Taylor Swift and Mariah Carey are internet memes now.
I feel like Taylor Swift gets number one just automatically, not because of the quality of this song. Whereas I think Mariah Carey has earned number one every time. I think her songs are that good that people are like, oh yeah, Mariah Carey. I like her this decade. That song is amazing. I think Taylor Swift is just automatic number one because of who she is. The machine behind her is too powerful.
I don't like Taylor.
Taylor Swift signed to the Big Machine Records in 2005.
Is that what it's called?
Well, back in the day. 2005, country singer, yeah.
I don't like Taylor Swift's music, but I kind of like Taylor Swift. And I think that's exactly the opposite of what we're doing here. Taylor Swift seems like a lovely person. She's like the fun, childless cat lady. Like,
Nice reference.
I don't like her dumb boyfriend.
Yeah.
But
Boyfriends.
I don't like any of her boyfriends. But she seems like really nice and really cool. But she puts out music that I don't generally like anymore. There was a little bit on the album Lover, which is like, 2-3 albums ago at this point. It was like, that's a pretty solid album. But I don't really care for her music. I really hate the production style that she's done the last few albums. Like, it's not enjoyable to listen to. Mariah Carey, go look at her legacy, her hits. It's bangers left and right.
But that's things I think Taylor Swift does have those bangers left and right because she has because she's manufactured. It is like highly processed food where they know what they're doing. She knows what she's doing to put the
Like a
songs
perfect
out.
formula for a song.
Yeah, like
is that what we're saying?
Like she's the Nickelback of the divas.
Wow.
Yeah,
No,
great
and
job.
not in that sense, but kind of in that sense because Nickelback has that amazing fame and people hate them for it. Taylor has amazing fame and people
brings
hate her for it.
success.
Have you ever listened to a full Taylor Swift album?
No.
Okay.
Maybe.
And have you listened to
Maybe.
any of her work, let's say in the like post-pandemic?
Yes, it's on the radio every single morning.
Is post-pandemic?
Every single morning, Cruel Summer plays every single morning when I
When
take
did
my
Cruel
kids.
Summer come out?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that was on the Lover album pre-pandemic.
Oh, anyway, point being is that I feel like because of the variety surrounding her, because of the icon that she has become, and because of the legacy, I'm giving it to Mariah Carey.
I was like, wait a minute, you sound like you're describing Mariah Carey.
Yes, I voted Mariah Carey.
I also vote Mariah Carey.
Clean sweep.
Clean sweep.
Ooh, we're gonna get so much hate.
No, it's just the right choice, guys.
When
Zach, everything you said, she's so sweet.
Yes.
She's so popular
She's nice.
and great.
she's cool.
Right? We're trying to save ourselves here. But
she's
Mariah
awesome.
Carey is the talent.
And kind of the prickly a little bit.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that part of it. Which brings us to our final matchup. And if you said, hey, we're doing a Divas bracket, this is a final matchup that I think a lot of people,
Agreed.
myself included, would have said we got to. Whitney Houston versus Mariah Carey. Bet you can tell the demographic of the room by this matchup.
They've both sold 220 million records. Whitney Houston has 11 number one hits compared to Mariah's 19. So relatively close.
Mariah Carey is known as the Songbird Supreme, and also the Queen of Christmas is another title that's given to her.
For one song, come on.
Now, interesting about Mariah Carey, she did have a fall off 15 years ago, maybe 20 years ago when she tried glitter. She was trying some acting.
Yeah, she had the movie Glitter.
Glitter.
Yeah, right.
Woof.
And then,
Speaking of
Woof,
Geely.
exactly. But then, like, what? A year later, she comes out with like 3 #1 songs.
Glitter might be the worst movie ever made.
Yeah, it's pretty horrible,
it's
right?
really bad.
Crossroads or Glitter? Movie night?
Big or sleepover?
Yeah.
I'd rather watch Crossroads for sure.
As long as we don't have to watch Moonstruck again.
Okay, the talent is there. We've already talked about the talent, right? Should we just move forward
Both
to a
are
decision?
immensely talented.
They're both
and
immensely talented. We love them both there.
They are in the same category, I think, vocally.
How many Grammys does Whitney Houston have, Kent?
While she's been nominated for 25, she's won 6 altogether. What about Mariah Carey?
Only 5 competitive Grammy Awards and a Grammy Global Impact Award.
That counts as a 6th.
Yes. So that doesn't help. Well, Mariah Carey holds the record for most Billboard Hot 100 #1 singles by a solo artist, a female songwriter, and a female producer, spending a record 93 weeks atop the chart.
I'm just going to throw it out there.
Yeah.
I know it may sound weird, but the first person I think of when I hear the term diva is Mariah.
Oh, man.
Me and Mariah go back like babies and pacifiers.
I'm just going back and I'm going back in my head and listening to When You Believe from Prithviraj, a track that
both of them are together.
Oh my gosh, it's a duet. Hold it.
There can be miracles
when you believe.
when you believe.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow. That's amazing.
Like we planned it.
Oh, man. I want just to play the Baconsale game. I want to push this to Joel by making my vote.
Okay, if you want to.
But I don't know.
Well, if it's going to be the wrong choice.
I don't know that I want to make the vote.
Joel, what are you going to pick?
I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared to make this vote.
Okay.
But then a diva comes along with the strength to carry on. And I cast my fears aside. And I know I can survive. So if you feel like your hope is gone, look inside you and be strong. And you'll finally see the truth that the diva lies in Mariah Carey.
Wow.
I was waiting for him to end it that the diva lies in Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston. No, it's Mariah Carey. That's my vote.
Okay.
That's my vote.
Is it a total win or is it just barely?
One of the few clean sweeps for the final.
Wow.
I think I respect Whitney Houston's music. and her
Absolutely.
career and
Yeah.
her voice.
No disrespect to any artist on here.
I cannot say anything bad against her. I think that Mariah Carey, I like her music a little bit more, and I think she embodies the whole diva thing better. So Mariah Carey wins.
So there you have it. There is our diva bracket. We hope you played along at home by downloading the bracket at baconsale.com and let us know your results. We love seeing when people post the pictures of their filled out bracket they've done with family or friends or coworkers, because we want to know if you agree with who we think is the ultimate diva, Mariah Carey. So let us know on Facebook, let us know on Twitter, let us know on Instagram, because we want to hear from you, or you're going to hear from us. We demand it as divas of Baconsale. Well, Kent's the diva.
But before we go, we want to thank some patrons. So from the I Am the Listener category, we have Taylor Sanderson, Some Guy, Shannon West. Scott, let's go. Make your move. Peace or war. It's up to you. Give him up and do it now. If you don't, it's going down, Sprague.
I don't know who that's from.
Very clever, Scott. Ryan and Marley, Rocky and Steph, Lady, Terry A. Finley, Juice, the Cooler King Swallow, Jennifer Kilkowski, Casey Cummings, Angela Plotz, and Adam and Rachel Crump. And from the Bacon Council, we have the other Brit, Johnny English, the one, the only, Chris Anderson, Steven, everyone's favorite Ross, Star Wars expert Kyler, our favorite couple, the Madsons, Nicole D. Kale, Her Royal Highness Jessica Terry, Glow Clan Daniel, Debbie Foster, and Beaker.
Thank you, patrons. You are the all I want for Christmas to the is you. What? I don't know. But if you want to find me, you can find me at 76Joel on Twitter. You can find me performing with Quickwits or perform at the studio at the Parker Theater, where you can see us at Baconsale Night at Quickwits. For more details, go to qwcomedy.com or go to the Quickwits Facebook page.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kenny3DD. You can read my movie reviews at ShowtimeShowdown.com.
If you'd like to connect with me, you can do so on Twitter and Instagram at Tumbling Mustard. But more importantly, make sure you're following Baconsale. Please like that Facebook page and then go to @Baconsale on Twitter and Instagram. After you've done that, go to tpublic.com/Baconsale and get yourself some merch. And then if you like what's going on here and you want to support us further, visit patreon.com/Baconsale, where we do these very short, like 10-minute Bacon bits.
Turn into 30 minutes?
Once a year, we do a short one. Patreon.com/Baconsale.
So until next time, we'd like to apologize to the Little Monsters, the Beehive, and the Swifties.
So sorry.
Please don't kill us, allegedly.
Divas.
Divas. Ken is the diva.
You don't know
Baconsale.
Jolene, 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 Jolene.
Are you starting a church talk?
Yes, I am. Ooh, put her back.
And I gotta go with Crossroads.
Since there's no way of knowing, you must be right. Kelly Clarkson is like a lot to me, okay?
Yeah.
She's a big deal. It's the box. Always the box. Lady Gaga is pretty, but she's no Shania Twain.
Anyone want to come over watch the anime block with me?
Never in my life. But Adele. Ken, you're going to get us sued.
I said allegedly. It's so high every time.
I don't know why.
I hate the duh. I always hate the duh. Love to hear percussion.
Love to hear the pressure.
If it's not percussion, my life is shattered right now.
Ken, you may be right for once.
Oh, are you serious? I've never got lyrics right in my life. But she's not a diva. She's just a wonderful person.
How many lands are named after Madonna?
I'm too young to go to Madonna Land.
I'm going to start using Joel language here in a minute.
Uh-oh. Barbara Streisand.
Never going to
no.
happen,
What is
Joel. We can't run this bracket by fear.
This
They have the
rest
same
of the
eyes.
show.
What? That could be her grandmother.
Not until they find out she's committed murder.
Allegedly.
Why are we doing this?
Katy Perry definitely has allegedly. You know what? When she's no longer famous in 5 years, I'm going to marry that girl. Swifties are dangerous, as we know. I feel like she could beat me up and charm me at the same time.
She's the Nickelback of the divas.
Woo, we're going to get so much hate.
Who would I fear more? And they walked in. That was what I was doing here.
Well, Whitney Houston, because she'd be...
Who would you revere?
Zack!
Zombie Whitney Houston.
No.
Who'd you be more scared of? Well, Whitney
She's been dead for 12 years.
She's a ghost.